Hey, it's your morning season now, Waves Johnson. We are here for the season finale of the Braxtons, season 1, episode 8. Cheers to the Braxtons. That's what the episode is called. Gotta say, we made it, y'all. We did it, y'all. We made it to the end. Yes. So happy that we made it to the end of this show. Because I have some ups and downs in my reviews with these individuals, but here we are. We made it to the end, and this episode was I guess a good finale episode for this show of what they trying to do. So the episode left off where Tony was gearing up for this residency with Cedric the Entertainer called Love and Laughter. So they went from the rehearsal studio space to now they're in Vegas doing runs of the show on the actual stage itself. So Love and Laughter was in Vegas for like at the Cosmopolitan Hotel for like she said it was running for like 20 weeks, and it's a 90-minute show for 20 weeks. I'm like, is you doing this every day or every other day or 3 days out of the week for these 20 weeks? Because that's a lot. Because, Tony has the lupus, the stent in her heart, and she said she just recovered from bronchitis. And doctor had cleared her because, she got to pace herself and, her breathing and stuff because she is trying to do a couple of 8 counts and stuff like that and sing at the same time. So that's a lot on her little body. um yeah, so they were just running the show on the actual stage itself. um and she just worried and hope everything goes according to plan for the first show. I mean, I would be nervous too. And then we get a scene of we at Trina's house in Atlanta with her husband Vaughn. They are doing their cook show. They said they've been doing it for a year now, and they do it a live cook show on certain, I think it's on Monday or Tuesday or something, because I follow Trina on IG and I do be catching it sometimes. And I guess they found like a recipe or something they want to cook, they want to try, or they already tried it and they want to show people their recipe of how to make it. So they stream it on IG. I think they stream it on multiple streams like IG. I know she had a YouTube channel. She's streaming on YouTube and I think TikTok, I want to say, or Facebook. I don't know. I just know IG and YouTube. But she said they've been doing it for a year now, and since Tamar and Mama E had invited her to their cook show, she wanted to invite Mama E to Hum Bun cook show. So that I forgot what they was cooking, but I know Mama E was about to put all that butter in the recipe. I was like, she's like, what you want me to have high cholesterol? She said, yeah, you already got it. I'm like, that is so shady. She said, you already got high cholesterol. What's a little bit more? But that was a lot of butter though, Miss E. So I'm glad she stopped you because that was a lot. But anyway, so after the cooking, Mommy E talk about Tony upcoming show. So for the first show, Tamar and Trina gonna be there for the first show, and then for the second show, Mama E and Tawana gonna come and stuff like that. So yeah, so she was talking about that, and then Mama E had checked on Trina, asked her how she doing because she been eating and drinking her feelings since Tracy passing, and she just want to check on her daughter. So she was just talking and stuff like that, and she said the counseling helps. I guess she would still continue to do the grief counseling or what have you, and she said it helps. She's getting better, I guess, with the drinking, eating, her feelings, and she's able to sleep now because I think episode 1 or 2 she would mention that she couldn't sleep because that the vision of Tracy death because she the one of the ones that was there who saw Tracy take her last breath. So she's able to sleep now. She says she's not up cooking at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, good for you, child. So who that waking up early cooking is wild to me, unless you live a certain kind of lifestyle, the nightlife or what have you. But yeah, so they talked about that, and I'm glad to hear that she's able to, sleep. And I'm pretty sure Vaughn is happy too. And then we get over to seeing what Tawanda at the radio station. It's a friend of hers named Ryan. He has a radio show, and she coming to talk about her journey for alopecia, her hair journey, and stuff like that. And she had thinning of the hair and alopecia, how she came to terms to letting her hair go and just do a whole cut off shave. And like she said, you can buy hair. It's like you can buy hair. You buy a wig, you buy a unit, and slap it on, and there you go. That's your hair. And I don't even know how alopecia comes to form. I don't know. I didn't do no research on that, but some people do have different types of alopecia. Like it's just thinning in one area, or they have patches all over their head. It's just I've seen different cases, and I don't know how that stuff come to be, but it's unfortunate. And she looked nice in her bald head. I would say I think I said that before. She looked nice with no hair versus with hair, in my opinion. I like her. She has the nice shaped head. Like Trina had told her like a couple episodes ago, like you have the head for it. Like I don't have the head for it. Like me, I know I don't. So she looked good. And she also had like products called Alope. It's like a skincare. I think it's a skincare line called Alope, and face, head, and stuff like that. So she just want to be an example of be a face, one of the face of people who had gone through alopecia, and then it's okay to you know lose your hair or cut it off, and you don't have to deal with it in that way. Like you say, you can buy hair. So good for Tawanda in that aspect. Um, we have a scene with Tamar um talking to a medium. I forgot her name. She's a medium spiritual advisor. Taz, yeah, Taz. Um, she took James Wright, James Wright, Mr. Patty Pie, singing dude, who also happened to be Tamar friend, and I think her manager as well. But they listed James as her hairstylist and slash singer. I think when she had her other show, her solo show with she was dating, I think his name was David or whatever. And I think that was the same title for him. I ain't know he did like hair like that. So so they did support her, and the medium Taz, I guess, was channeling Tracy. And I guess she said Tracy said her first words was sorry. Because this is all still from, I guess, Tamar feel away, because Trina did mention that her and Tracy did not end on a good note in a relationship. And even Tamar in her confession had to admit that her and Tracy didn't have like the best relationship, sister relationship. So she's here meeting with Taz, and Taz is channeling um with Tracy, and she said her first word was "I'm sorry," and she said she was trying to protect her. I guess for the information, like why she didn't tell Tamar about her illness, and Tamar got emotional, rightfully so, and she said the medium asked, "Is anything you like to say to Tracy?" And then Tamar said she has a lot of regret about I guess not being the best sister that she could have been to Tracy. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm glad and this, she just, broken down about it. Um that's why I always say, like, I understand, like, we go through ups and downs, but just do the best as you can, trying to treat each other with kindness. Try the best you can, and especially if you love them, truly love them, and let's try to work on a relationship with your loved ones while they're here. But she said she didn't have time to make it right. I mean, but at the end, she said her had a special moment together in her last days and stuff like that. So, I mean, the medium was saying some stuff like what Tracy supposedly be saying through her, said like we had some best days in my last days and stuff like that. And I guess Tamar just want to be a better version of herself. She want to, grow and stuff like that. Then they also show some flashbacks of some moments, well, a moment or two from 2011 of the Braxton Family Values and the 2019 of the Braxton Family Values of them having a cool or chill moment with one another, and they not, bumping heads and stuff like that. But families have ups and downs. They fight all the time, but sometimes when you have like a lot of siblings, you could, even if you don't have a lot of siblings, sometimes you can sit back and reflect how you could try to be more close or try to get to know them, not just as your sister, but as a person in their adult life. Because you grow up with siblings, you know them at one way, but as they get older, people change, and you want to get to know them. Sometimes you have to get to know your peoples all over again. So and I guess that's Tamar regret in some way. So she's broken up about it. So yeah, that was that scene. And now we back with Tony at the Love and Laughter residency show with Cedric, and we got Tamar came up with a male from one of her team, I guess a team. I want to say producer, but I'm not sure. But she looked it nice in her little black dress, and her hair looked it nice. And she just said, Tamar said she does support, and she glad to see that her sister is healthy enough to um do this show, because Tamar said she have done 90-minute shows, and she know how hard and strenuous it is on your body, your voice, and all that good stuff. So to do a 90-minute show every day. So we starting off with the show. So Trina is there as well. She showed up. So they in the crowd, cheering her on. They doing this montage of Tony's show and her cute little different outfits and stuff like that. And then Cedric as well. And the show started off with a hitch for the first show of the residency. So I was glad that it came out well for her because she was worried like heck. And when you worry, you putting the stress on yourself and her body. So I'm glad it worked out on her first night, and she had a good time. Like she had a good time. And then we get to the point of the show where they want to have Tony. I thought when they was in the rehearsal, Tony cracking a joke on stage was gonna be scratched out, but nope, it was actually in her show. She said had a cringy joke about a bear and a pizza joke. It was just awful, man. It was just awful. Um, yeah, it was just cringy to like. Even Trina was looking like towards the camera, like, that was not it, sis. Tamar like, no, she is not funny. They're like, you just stick to singing and let Cedric stick to the jokes, okay? Um, so it was a celebration, backstage of her first night. It got kicked off. Well, no problem. So I'm glad to hear. But when was in that all white and she was doing break my heart, she's getting older and she got this health issue, your voice change and stuff like that. And like she was struggling a little bit. I don't know, but she did sound different. But I wish she had some background singers or vocals playing behind her, because I think that would have sounded, fuller and better, in my opinion, to my ears. But it could have been different live versus me seeing it on TV. So I don't know. Everybody said she did a good job. She didn't miss the beat and all that good stuff. It was a big celebratory. And then we get the next day. Mama E is here and Tawana is here. Tamar had to go because she has a child to take care of in Atlanta. And so Trina stayed. So it's Mama E, Trina, and Tawana. They sitting down, talking for a little bit, having a drink. And they asked their mama what they was drinking. She's like, I got a regular Coke. I don't have a Diet Coke. I was like, I guess she had to wash her sugar or something, but I don't know. It was weird. She enjoyed her regular Coke. That's all I know. And then, I know throughout this whole episode, Mama E keeps saying, "Look at God." That's her favorite saying, y'all. Um, I was like, she needs to put that on the shirt. And yeah, she needs to put that on some merch on the shirt or something because she keeps saying, "Look at God." I'm like, if you hear Mama E, watch the episode. If you hear Mama E say, "Look at God," take a shot, okay? Because she kept saying that. But yeah, they were just talking about outfits because Mama E said I have to go because I want to look good in the audience cheering on my baby. So she left, and then Tawana and Trina started talking about outfits, child, and because they want to look good because Tony asked them, do they mind if Cedric bring them on doing this talking segment of the show? Because Ced want Trina and Tawana on stage. It is on the second show. And they don't know why. They don't know what the skit is or what they're going to be talking about. So they just going in bland, but they know they want to look good, okay? If you're going to be on stage. So they talking about dress and thongs and no panties. Trina. Talking about sometimes she wear panties and stuff. And then something about seventh grade story that Tawanda talking about she was about to mention, but Trina said you better not tell that story or we not friends anymore. And then in the confessional said did she ask did Tawanda tell the story? I'm like she kind of did tell the story because she said basically she should have wore panties, should have wore some drawers. So I don't know what was the logistic of that story, but yeah, they was being sisterly. So they at the show backstage, and Cedric Park come up, and he because at the stage it's like in the center of the stage is like a spot where they can come up out from underneath from the bottom. Um and they come up on like a couch. Yeah, it's like a couch. Um and he went up there, talked to them, and they talk about the tissue song with Tamar and stuff. I think they mentioned that one time in the family the Braxton family values. Why can't I say that? The Braxton family values. I remember them mentioning about that song then. And they sung a little bit up on stage and stuff like that. Then they said, let's get an audience member to see that can sing it. And then audience member is Sean. And I'm looking like, damn, Sean. He look a little hefty than back back then. But it's been like what, some years since I've been on TV. So and the pandemic hit. So, we get weight on it and we get older, like weight like to stay when it's not wanted. Um But yeah, so he looked at hefty and he proposed to Tawanda. She shocked, and then Trina, and how she give her reaction. She's so animated and so excited for Tawanda. And Tony said she was excited as well. She wanted to come out on stage, but the producers told her, no, don't think about it, because as they leaving off the stage, Tony is coming up from that middle part, to do her next set songs. And yeah. Yep. So now she's engaged. Now they engaged officially. So even though Tony says it's been 10 years, but it's better late than never, I guess. But yeah, so now they engaged. Mama E was excited. Look at God, that she said. And and they was at backstage sharing hugs, showing off the ring. And she said she's engaged now. I'm like, good for you. But yeah, but good for them. I mean, now she got a wedding to plan. So now they after the show, they at the dinner. Tony, Trina, Tawana, and Mama E. They at the dinner. Then Tawana showed them a phone of a video on her phone of Tracy in 2022, I guess in her last days and stuff like that. um Talking about like, why you calling me, you ain't engaged yet and stuff like that. I thought you called me for like, they tell me you engaged and stuff like that. And I noticed that sometimes it be cringy when they be showing these flashbacks of Tracy in her last days. I'm not gonna hold you, because I hate to see my girl down like that. But I noticed in the videos Tracy was knitting. I didn't know she knew how to knit, so that was cool. See her knitting. Um, and they just think about Tracy and said how Tony. They do think about Tracy and said how Tony show was amazing. And they did this whole montage of this season of the Braxtons, of behind the scenes productions and stuff, how they prepared themselves and stuff like that, and flashbacks. And then they went to flashbacks to when they, including Tracy, when they was all having a good time and stuff and laughter and stuff, which Braxton family values. After that, it was just a long montage. It was cute to see, and then yeah, that I think, yeah, that was it. They just showed this long montage of the family, good times and stuff, and laughter and stuff like that. From this show to the Braxton family values, and then um you get a scene of Tracy saying was at the performance and said something like that her name is Tracy, and she's I forgot what it was called. What she say? Yeah, she was on the stage said, "I ain't going nowhere by." That's what she said. Then they put up the screen saying this season of the Braxton is dedicated to Tracy. And that was the end of the episode. So that was the episode of the finale of the Braxtons, called Cheers to the Braxtons. It was a cute episode, a finale, I must say. I mean, I enjoy it for what it was, but some parts was, I can admit, was drawn out. But they have to put together a show. They have to fill in the time, I guess. The little montage of where they're at now and where they were in the past, having good times and stuff like that. It was cute, showing them sisterly bonds and stuff like that. So yeah, and yeah, that was the end. Let me know your thoughts on this season finale. Cheers to the Braxtons episode. And yeah, what's your overall thoughts of the whole season? Because it was up and down for me. I give it like a C minus if I had to grade it. Yeah, because due to the sadness at the beginning of the first two episodes of dealing with the grief of Tracy and then her son, and then we got y'all taking digs at Big Kevin, who's not on the show to defend himself, and then the social media stuff. It just left a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth. So, but I still kind of pushed through to all the way here, episode 8. So, yeah, so they may get another season. I don't know. If they do, I am not going to review it, especially if it's like this season. So I don't think I could do it, y'all. I don't think I could do it because I know some people had tapped out early. But yeah, I don't think I could do it again. Sorry. Nope. So yeah, so make sure you leave your comments below, like the video, subscribe, share this video out. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.